Al pie del Ávila majestuoso, a 920 metros sobre el nivel del mar, en un valle de verde geografía que se abre de este a oeste, surge Caracas, la capital de Venezuela.
And now, our feature presentation.
You are watching a master at work.
Go get some!
What's going on, fellas? My name is Rafael Chacinas, known as El Capitan Rafucho, and welcome to another episode of The Combat Club. It's a podcast with 100% extreme attitude because in this club, we're born to fight. Anytime, anywhere, anyone. And for those guys who are talking about like all those stuffs in MMA, because tonight is a Wednesday Thoughts, because I'm gonna to dig in, pause, because I'm gonna talk about like so many things that happen at the MMA war, at the MMA community, and maybe I'm gonna trash talk and expose one person to provide a list that nobody cares because he used it for a rage bait. So I just wanted to explain a lot of later. So I just wanted to tell you, make sure to subscribe to Capitan Rafucho on YouTube. Also, you can follow me on every social media as known as Twitter, at Capitan Rafucho, Instagram as known as at Capitan Rafucho 93, and of course, on Kick, at Capitan Rafucho for seeing more content on Kick, because right now we're on YouTube, Kick, as known as Twitter and Instagram, because I know that I have a lot of issues coming up there on the microphone. So yeah, that really happens a lot. So I know that I got more than applause for this one, but yeah, it just really happened. It just really happened. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, because this is the Wednesday Thoughts, and I'm gonna speak from the bottom of my heart about like the decision of the president of the United States, as known as Donald Trump. He wants to insist to create a UFC event literally at the White House, as known as Washington, D.C., home of the White House, home of the senators, House of Representatives. I mean, what can I tell you about this right now? I mean, it's a crazy idea, but, you know, could be a lot of sense for like a lot of UFC fans coming up there, because, you know, the last time we didn't see like a more American champions, because all around for the champions are another country, from South Africa to Australia to Georgia to Russia, and there is only one American who became champion, and that's Kayla Harrison, who beat Juliana Pena. Yep. I know that really sucks, but, you know, the president, he just wanted to insist to create a UFC event at the White House, at Washington, D.C. But they have some, like, a lot of plans coming up there. I mean, they're going to be like a perfect representative about, like, America versus foreign countries, like, well, United Kingdom. Also, there is Brazil. I mean, putting a good card on that event, but if it comes to, like, UFC on the White House, because I know it's gonna be like British versus American, because don't shoot off it on mid, because I understand that they just wanted to keep out the politics out of the sport to under the UFC card at the White House while deep throwing that administration. I mean, every opportunity I mean, what can I tell about to say? Because at this point, somehow they have the best fighters in the world. As anyone that has the best fighters in the world that tell that American has them. Amazing fighters. Some of them they're really good. Some of them they're really bad because they enter the room and they was like fantastic. And I understand they just wanted to keep out the politics, out of the sports, out of the religion. Yep. Because some comments on the social media they say he just wanted to distract like this billionaire ego coming up there. I mean, what can I tell you about it? I mean, since we have like a speed run through the bureaucracy, how about like the competent, like, I don't know, something like a competent main car, which involves like not only American fighters, but also fighters within another country, like from Georgia, Merab Davashili. Also, there's from Mexico, Brando Moreno. Well, maybe not, but also there's from Brazil, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. What can I tell you about this one? Hey, how's it going? Salute to you, Sectown Raider Mike. Salute to you. Also, Dan and Barry say, salute Rafa. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Jada had to say, never with El Capitan up, which means never mess with El Capitan. Thank you very much, Jada Head. Thank you very much. So, not only because they just wanted to like, this is about the impact and the culture can make it. And all over those years, I saw like thousands of people, including conservatives, going there to watch every UFC fight when it comes to a Saturday night. Yep. And every person, every man on this population, every man, when it comes to Saturday, they just wanted to sit on his couch, drink some beer, hanging out with friends, and enjoying it. Not only college football when it comes to the fall season and a little bit of winter season, but also the UFC fights. No matter if it's the fight night or the pay-per-view. Because if you need to pay, like, well, if you had enough money to pay the pay-per-view, or you can like watch something else at the bar, to be honest. And listen, folks, because I understand that I'm not gonna really involve with those politics coming up there because I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm just being independent because I just wanted to stay out of the politics on this podcast. But I understand. I understand that the president of the United States, they just wanted to make like a UFC card on the White House. That's okay to celebrate the anniversary of the independence in America, which is for the next year, July 2026. But it accidentally coincides with the FIFA World Cup, which is a soccer. Yep, soccer. You know what I mean? But I understand they got to put it on the grounds to celebrate. I mean, there's like, and I just wanted to put it on this one. There's a lot of conservatives, people who enjoy the UFC because they love it. And I've been seeing a lot of social media comments enjoying those fights, enjoying those fighters. I've been seeing like more conservative fans of the UFC supporting not only Colby Covington, but also Sean Strickland, Islam Makhachev, also John Jones. When he beat against Steve Miocic, he did the Trump dance. I mean, what can I tell you about it? It's like a celebrate everyone. And I know that they're going to be definitely good or definitely trashy. But once it become like the respect for the ideas of freedom and equality, this is going to be like everyone's got it to view. Everyone. And I mean it. I mean it. But probably because every time, but if it comes to UFC fights, and somehow, because if you guys remember the event of New Jersey, and Donald Trump was there, yeah, enjoying those fights, and somehow I just post like in the social media to say, I understand that Donald Trump is in the UFC, but his bets could really beat I mean, he was betting like every American fighter coming out there. Some of those guys that win, some of those guys that just lost. And trust me, they won't be surprised at all. They won't be surprised at all. But this is gonna be like one of my thoughts. One of my thoughts. And to listen to the history. Listen to the history right now. If you guys remember, Teddy Roosevelt had little matches, boxing matches at the White House, but he fought people himself, and he wasn't like a whiny little bitch. He wasn't. He wasn't. I mean, some presidents in the entire world, they had to be prepared to fight. Yep. They had to fight. And never forget that they just wanted to bring in John Jones versus Tom Espinal again, but this time at the UFC at the White House. But I don't think it's going to help in the whole situation coming up there. I mean, that's not going to happen. Because I got a brass giving it off to Karen, to be honest. Because before people come in and they claim like they have the real story, look how much the UFC flat out about fights and contenders. They give like a Jones a belt and let it go with you. I mean, I know idiocracy is here, but it's sometimes could be good, sometimes could be bad. But yeah, I literally understand about like an idea for UFC at the White House, but it doesn't seem like really too much. I mean, at the grounds of the White House, I mean, there's like is it like an arena for Washington? Because I remember that I was like an arena in Washington, like the home of the Washington Wizards. Remember that? Yeah, because people never forget that Washington does also have like professional sports teams in their own stadium, like the Washington Wizards, Washington Nationals, yes, and the Washington football team, as known as the Commanders, well before the Redskins. Yeah, because I'm not trying to be something else. But yes, I understand a lot about that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, to continue to the next topic, and I mean it for real, because this time there will be no holds bar, and I'm gonna expose that person to publish that list that it became controversial, that it became so polemic. Everybody thinks that what in the actual fuck is doing. So I'm gonna show up the image, and people know it's gonna be awkward, and it's gonna happen. And I know that I'm not really good at trash talk, but this time, I'm gonna beat the fuck out. This time. All right, so I'm gonna show this image. And here it goes. 1, 2, 3. Listen to this. You gotta watch this. All right. So this little fella is Lucas Tracy, a content creator. And look what he did. He damaged his whole career, putting his all-time goal of the UFC. And guess what? Guess what he put on first? He put Islam Makhachev as the GOAT at the UFC. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you smoking mad, you little piece of trash? You little Justin Timberlake wannabe? I mean, Lucas Tracy. Cocaine is a drug. I mean, it's a real bad thing for you, homie. I mean, how possibly you can put like Islam Makhachev as the GOAT? I mean, that doesn't make any sense right now. And look at the pivot that this motherfucker can come with there. From number 2 to 5, he put Alexander Volkanovski, John Jones, Il Topuria, Merab Devashili, number 6 to 10. He put George St. Pierre. He put Khabib Nurmagomedov. He put Max Holloway, which is good. He put Pet Yan at number 9. Pet Yan at number fucking 9. Are you shitting me right now? Are you shitting me right now? All right, so 11 to 15. Alexander Pantoja. There's Alice Pereira. There's Jose Aldo. Number 16 to 25. He put Dricus Duplessis. He put Arman. He put Charles Oliveira, Israel Zindeya, Robert Whittaker, Ola Muhammad. From 26 to 30, he just put Brandon Moreno. He just put Davidson Moreno. And look at this one. 31 to 50. No order. He put Conor McGregor. And he even put Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland. I mean, how in the actual fuck? Because he's living in his own world right now. And I'm going to tell it to be this one. He didn't put Randy Couture. He didn't put Chuck Liddell. He didn't put Rampage Jackson. Because I'm going to burn this motherfucker. Yep. Because he doesn't have the toupee. He doesn't have the guts. He doesn't have the balls to learn history at the UFC. And this content creator, he deserved to be punished. He deserved to be punished, motherfucker. That's a fluke list. That's a fluke list. I mean, everybody thought that Islam Makhachev could be the GOAT. Hell no. Hell no. Because for me, the GOATs at the UFC, and I'm going to mention about that. Because first, I'm going to tell for like everybody else to put it in control right now. All right? Go to the put it in control. Number 1, there's John Jones. And I understand that John Jones, he's the greatest one because he's like one of the greatest of all time. They're going like neck to neck. Number 2, there's George St. Pierre, the Canadian who changed the whole generation. Yeah, a whole generation, ladies and gentlemen. Because, check this out. A record 9 title defense at welterweight, 2 division champion, and beat every fighter he's gone against, only losing to Hughes and Zera. Number 3, the Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson. 11, listen to me well, 11 flyweight title defense. What are the 2 people to beat Segula flyweight? Also notable wins over Dodson, Benavides, Borg, and Elliott. Number 4, Daniel motherfucking Cormier. He won every fight besides John and Steve Miocic. Despite that he's a double champ, he's the only people to beat a prime Stipe. Number 5, Khabib. One of the best fighters that I ever saw in this generation. Because the only problem, he never stayed long enough. But there's one thing that we can agree. He had an undefeated record in the MMA all over the history, with notable wins over Dustin, McGregor, Justin Gage, Johnson, RDA, and Barbosa. Also number 6, Anderson Silva, another fucking legend who created the generation of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at 2000 at the UFC. Middleweight GOAT with wins over Griffin. And you can never forget the ultimate beef that sparked a whole generation, which is Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen. If you look at the YouTube, Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen at the UFC back in 2010 or 2011, you can see both fighters go hand to hand. Also, the true one, never forget, Royce Gracie, the one and only, who sparked a generation to bring Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at the UFC at the beginning. Salute to you, Chris Gray. How's it going? Chris Gray to save Lucas. And Chris Gray, not having GCP on top 3 is despicable. And I understand that about it. I understand. Because I just took like a screenshot and I'm going to burn this motherfucker. All right, so do you think that Lucas Tracy and Justin Timberlake are related? Because for the spaghetti ass head right now. And even when he just posted the video after that list, it was like, oh, it is not about race bait. It's not about race bait. You motherfucker, you've been glazing Armataxian for over 1 hour. Over 1 motherfucking hour. And you've been glazing, jerking off to Islam Makhachev for over 1 hour. I mean, come on, man. You've been glazing, you've been jerking off for Islam Makhachev for over 1 hour. I mean, what in the actual fuck? You have no brain to understand that history of the UFC. Never forget the impact of the 90s. Never forget the impact when it comes 2000. And what are those biggest fights? The biggest of May 2007. Chuck Liddell versus Rampage Jackson. The almighty fight, all the motherfucking heavyweights. And people never forget about this fight that will be remembered for years. And let's not forget with Randy Couture, Cain Velasquez, also there's Forrest Griffin, Junior Dos Santos, Daniel Cormier, Chael Sonnen. He became the ultimate trash talk ever in the UFC. Because if I can relate it, like all those ultimate trash talkers, it will be Michael Bisping, Chael Sonnen, Conor McGregor, the Diaz brothers, Nick and Nate, Colby Covington. And also there is Jorge Masvidal and Sean Strickland. Yeah, Sean Strickland. I know that Colby Covington and Sean Strickland are very conservatives, but they know how to trash talk. They know. They know. So you're going to tell me, Mr. Lucas Tracy, Mr. Asshole, you don't know about history of the UFC? You got to watch those film studies, son. You're going to learn a lot of history. And I know you've been in this new generation, like the new generation of the UFC. Because guess what? Lucas Tracy, you became the most irrelevant idiots and asshole in the MMA community. Because guess what? Guess what? You're going to learn a lot of history. Because I know this Capitan doesn't hold back. Doesn't hold back. And I know that sounds very stupid. He doesn't want to hold back. Because I know that I was a former Karate Dog champion when I was a kid. And I was learning a lot of those stuffs in MMA, martial arts, boxing, wrestling. You can never doubt me. Never. Never. So you tell me that Islam Makhachev is your GOAT. That is absolutely wrong. Because you need to understand the history, the impact, the culture, the stats. Those motherfucking stats. Because not many fighters got real stats as a champions. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, Lucas? Even the whole people is roasting about your list. I mean, Lucas, you've been roasted. You've been roasted. And I'm not kidding about this, folks, because I'm just taking all the social media comments, not only on Instagram, but also on Twitter. Also on Twitter, they roasting about you because you made a mistake. You ruined this. You ruined this because, oh, you create a list to provoke and you wanted to create attention. But guess what, homie? It's not going to happen. Not going to happen because you made a mistake and you're going to pay for this. You're going to pay for this. And I'm not kidding about this, folks. I'm not kidding. Because when I just see it like all over the social media coming up there, all over to this one. Because you see what they got. Here was one post. It did say, so Islam fought Dustin at 35-year-old, injured, coming off with a one-fight win streak, quick layoff, no grappling, when he was cheating and still took him to round 5. And it say, and this is Lucas' #1 GOAT. You need to listen, boy. You need to fucking listen. I mean, come on. Come on, dude. If you wanted to create a list judging about the criteria, because you need to understand the resume, quantity, quality, skill, dominance, ever. And look, I understand that you made a list only to create attention, and you did. You just damaged yourself. Just like DJ Khaled say, congratulations, you play yourself. You play yourself. You play yourself. Oh, what can I tell you about this? I mean, this dude, like, looks Tracy. I mean, his goal list is like horrible. Horrible. And I mean it. I mean it. Because there's so many content creators who just wanted to create a list. It depends with the skills. It depends with quality. It depends of the stats. Not using it for attention. You gotta listen to me well, Lucas. You're gonna listen to me well. I know that you can never watch me. I know this is gonna be right there, but sorry, that's the alarm. But you're gonna understand, boy. You're gonna understand the story. And I'm gonna take a journey with you to listen and watch. Because I understand that you're young. But take it for example. Because some persons with experience, with intelligence, with knowledge can take you a journey to listen and learn. Okay? So even though that I call you out, I'm sorry, but you had to understand the lesson. You had to understand this, boy. And I apologize. I apologize to call out Lucas Tracy. But listen to me very well. You create this gold list just to create attention because you've been glazing Islam Makhachev for over 1 hour. You've been jerking off to Islam Makhachev for over 1 hour, and you think that Islam is the GOAT. No, because you had to listen. Your gold list is pretty much horrible. And those social media comments, they roast you because you make a big mistake, you fucked up, and just like the phrase say, you find out, you fuck out, you find around. Or like find around, fuck out. Like, it's just like at a game of the samples coming up there. It's just like wordplay. But listen, you had to read books about history. All right? You had to listen. All right? Listen well. Listen very well, because I understand. I understand better than you. I'm not. Listen, I know that I call you out, and I apologize, but you had to understand, motherfucker. You had to understand. You became a delusional content creator who destroyed your career. All right? Come on. You gotta do something better and learn. Use your motherfucking head. Use your motherfucking head, not to smoke some meds. So, I'm gonna tell you about this, folks. And I know that I'm not really good at trash talk. I'm not really good at all. But it was really nice to call out, even though that I apologize for that. Yeah, I said it like a few million times to apologize. But I call out Lucas Tracy because he deserves to be punished. He deserves to be punished because he didn't listen, and he didn't listen to the whole history and the whole impact. He just made a go list only to create attention. Okay? All right, so there is another topic coming up there. Enough of this bullshit of Lucas Tracy, you know what I mean? That dumbass content creator. Enough about that. All right, so let's talk about what happened in The Ultimate Fighter. Yep, The Ultimate Fighter, when I was like, holy shit. And I was really, really, really pumped up because there was one Venezuelan athlete who won for submission. Team Cormier versus Team Sean and Sonnen. Yep. Remember The Ultimate Fighter? Yes, indeed. Because you know the name, Roybert Echeverria. And he tapped Tumelo Manjimala from South Africa. And boy, that was like a perfect, picture perfect. And Channel Sonnen, they say he stays so disciplined, and they have to him credit because Channel Sonnen, he praised Roybert Echeverria for that determination during that bout, battling adversity, the episode number 7. And he exudes a lot of confidence between for this victory. And I know he's the unbroken. Yep, he's the unbroken because, listen, I just saw a video of the President Awesome. He could be like the future of the flyweights. And he won a title. He won a title before getting into The Ultimate Fighter. He won a title. Because I understand, because it was just like a close fight where he lost the first round. But Roybert Echeverria came out of there just like a real warrior at the second, and he tapped that South African athlete. I mean, and he was a former Anthony Pettis flyweight champion. Yeah, fighting champion. Yeah. And I was like really, really pumped up because he got a lot of future coming up there. And I love it. I love it for everyone. And I love it. Because I understand that Roybert Echeverria could be like working in all this cardio, working in all this grappling and striking. I mean, he can really work it out. But his determination, his striking volume, and of course his confidence is going up like really up. Yep, really up, coming up there, and I love it. I love it for everyone. And listen, I mean, that kid is going to be like the future coming up there. The future. Yes, the future coming up there. And I love it. I love it. So, I got to tell you about this one because I was watching Roybert Echeverria, The Ultimate Fighter. And this kid has heart, has soul. He fought with blood, sweat, and tears. And he was just like one of the incredible performance that I ever see in my whole life. I mean, he got real determination. I mean, he doesn't really stop. He doesn't really stop. And he's the unbroken. He's the unbroken because he's really motivated with his purpose and to show up everyone. Show up everyone. And he has a record. 10 wins, 2 losses. And he was started like career going up for like 6-3 before turning pro in 2020 with the Titan FC. He faced up Brazilian prospect Jafel Filo, cutting him with a knockout in the 3rd round. And never goes far with this Guy Fawkes mask. But in the colors of Venezuela, his birth country. I mean, if you see like one of those entrants, you will see like his Guy Fawkes mask. If you know what Guy Fawkes mask it is, I mean, maybe I can insert it. Yeah, Guy Fawkes. Vendetta. Yep. The Vendetta mask. The Vendetta mask. Hey, how's it going, G Wheels 2.0, Capitan? What's up, broski? Salute to you. Salute to you, G Wheels 2.0. Salute to you. But look, I mean, he defied all the odds. He defined it. I mean, he didn't return to the Titan FC. He was going like a 1-on-1 original circuits before signing it with Anthony Pettis Fighting Championship. He pulled out an upset against Amar Hernandez with a head kick knockout, which is totally insane. Totally insane. I mean, his potential is going to be so much real. By the way, is me, the Wolfpack's Young Buck, and Jeremiah. Hey, salute to you. Salute to you. I mean, what can I tell about it? It's the Wolfpack coming up there. The Wolfpack. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I got more faith of this talent. I got more faith of this athlete because he represents South America with a lot of great heart, a lot of guts, and of course, a lot of violence. Because don't fuck with Roybert Echeverria. No, sir. No, senor. Because Roybert Echeverria gonna knock you down. I know he's gonna improvise all those stuffs like grappling, striking, his clinch. He knows how to understand it. And he was ready to prepare. Very confident. And he knows about violence coming out there in the octagon. That is true. That is motherfucking true. And I just wanted to tell you, last but not least, yeah, I'm gonna put like some serious thoughts. I mean, shout out to the MMA holes. I mean, pause. I mean, that's the name of the podcast. I mean, the MMA holes. And when I was on the panel with No Chill, Giuliano, Jamie, what is the other man called? The guy Moss. Yeah, that guy Moss from the MMA holes. And he really understands about like how biggest is the MMA community out there. Because the MMA community is not about division. It's not about hate. It's about union. It's about knowledge, about whole things in MMA. It's not about the whole drama coming out themselves, because I understand he just published a live stream calling out some fake content creators, calling out some MMA content creators who doesn't give about shit about what's happening. They just wanted to make for attention. I understand about that. And I mean it. I mean it. I mean it for a lot. And to be honest, I love the MMA community. And sometimes I just want to be part of this community because I know that I have knowledge. I know that I have sense of humor. And to be honest, I know that sometimes I can be a gentleman, but sometimes I can be like an asshole. I mean, 50% gentleman, 50% asshole. But shout out to MMA Holes. Shout out to Moss. I mean, Jamie. No Chill. I mean, salute to you. I know that you're watching. And I just wanted to tell you, Mr. Giuliano. Yeah, Mr. Giuliano. Because I brought him in one episode with No Chill and Hank talking about UFC. Yep. But Giuliano, I just wanted to tell you, you better be a great person. Don't be involved with those stupid things. Don't be act such like a bitch. All right? Love you, my brother, but you have to do better. You have to do better. So stop to be a pussy ass bitch and from those consequences like a real man. All right? You gotta accept the reality. Is that the reality check? If I'm being honest, I forgot it was Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday. I understand it was Wednesday. It's a me too, brother. I'm also 50% gentleman, 50% jerk. Hey, they got the same deal coming up there. I mean, what can I tell you about this, folks? What can I tell you? I mean, I love to be really connect with some content creators, but some content creators, they need to pay attention. And of course, they need to listen. Listen and let others speak. Because this is America. And I understand about freedom of speech. And sometimes when I'm go like in different panels, I had to shut my mouth for like a little bit because it's not that, oh, Rafa can't talk right now. I mean, he's deaf. No, it's about understanding those topics, understanding, listen, and then I had to go to talk. It's not that easy, but it worked. It really worked at all. All right? It really worked. So, case closed, motherfuckers. Case closed. All right? All right. So I just wanted to tell you, thank you very much. And I apologize to this whole episode. And I hope no one is gonna fret against me. No one. Because I understand that, well, sometimes I messed up, but it was great to like to call out, to think about what's gonna happen in his head. Okay? Oh, gee, what's it say? Well, I don't swear on my channel and other channels because I'm not that guy. Except one. Yep. You got it, no. You got it. And of course, I just wanted to tell you, make sure to subscribe to Capitan Rafucho on YouTube. Getting close to 15K subscribers. And I'm not kidding about this, folks. You can also help us support our platform by making a donation on Cash App, Capitan Rafucho 93, or PayPal, which my main channel is still demonetized for now. And I'm in the road on 15 subscribers. 1500 subscribers. I'm on that. And here's the thing, because I'm going to bring the fight night on Nashville on Saturday night. So they're going to be really pumped up because it's going to be so much great. Yep. It's going to be so much great at all. And yes, because there's going to be like a huge moment coming up there. And I just wanted to tell you, because check this out, folks. It's not over yet, because I understand that I was missing action for like few days or like weeks coming up there. But listen, I'm just being myself to get able with the live, everything. Because I understand that some people just wanted to make like a lot of things on streams 24/7. I'm not one of those persons. I'm not one of those guys. But to be honest right now, I have a big mouth to express. Sometimes I have a good mouth to eat, but sometimes I have a bad mouth to express what the fuck that I'm doing. So make sure to subscribe to Capitan Rafucho on YouTube. And of course, you're going to follow me on every social media. Twitter, as known as X, Instagram, kick at Capitan Rafucho. Yes, indeed. And here's one more thing. Before we're getting close to the end of this episode of the Combat Club. And listen, they just send me all over Discord because they gotta really check this out. You really need to check this out. There it is, folks. The last image to get by for this. Whoever makes the poster for UFC India deserves a raise. Look at the rhyme behind Derek Lewis. Here is the poster of UFC India, Derek Lewis, and look at this one. If you guys remember the popular phrase, "My ball's on fire." There you go. He was holding those balls of fire like Dragon Ball coming up there. Oh my goodness. All right, so have a great night, folks. And of course, this is the Combat Club, 100% extreme attitude. In this club, we're born to fight anytime, anywhere, anyone. And I just wanted to tell you, have a great Wednesday. I'll see you there tomorrow with the preview of the UFC Nashville with my co-host, Sion Senate, not only on YouTube, but also on Kick. Yep, also on Kick. And I just wanted to tell you, have a great night, folks, and don't be an asshole like Lucas Tracy or Dustin for the douchebag star report, and be a Rafucho. Good night, everyone, and Ready Nation, motherfuckers. So salute to y'all.